So, because it's Pride Month and I am a homosexual person, I like to take the excuse to be as lazy as I possibly can and harken back to the old days of commentary where I would literally just talk over Call of Duty gameplay. You can find it on YouTube if you look hard enough. I promise I've done it before. However, that's not the important topic of this video. Today, I want to talk about queer representation within Japanese media, or at the very least, what I've experienced of it. Because I've had a lot of trouble enjoying queer stories, and, well, we'll get into it. For one, this is my problems with queer media, queer Japanese media. This is not me trying to start some big movement and thinking that everything that these series do is harmful or bad. This is just why I personally have had troubles enjoying these series as a homosexual myself. Sometimes series feel like they're a very poorly written excuse to just have two hot people of the same sex bang, which, fair enough, nothing wrong with that, but personally, I'd rather just go touch my dingus if I'm gonna go do that, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people that just consume yaoi and yuri, I mean, when I see them in shit like the Genshin Impact fandom, I don't really get a great impression. They do like complete literature English teacher level analysis to find the hidden queer themes within themes. Yet, I mean, do we know if that's intended, or can things just be things without necessarily meaning what other people intended them to mean? Personally, I don't really find much intrigue in the series, and I think a big part of why I don't find these genres super interesting is that's what they are. In Japan, there's romance, then there's boy love, and there's yaoi. They're not one and the same. You can't be a romance and be gay. You have to decide immediately that this is gay or this is not gay. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking swarmed by zombies right now. Holy shit. Never mind, I'm living. They can't stop me. Hold up, hold up. Oh no, oh no. Oh, never mind. I'm fine. Alright. You guys ready? Fuck. As I was saying, Japan can kind of have a problem with homophobia. It does not like to be outwardly gay unless intentionally expressed before consuming whatever said media. Even in the most popular shonen, the tiniest, most unimportant characters, they're really not gay. Even in shit like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, one of, if not the most flamboyantly and homosexually expressive series ever to many people. I mean, there's like 4 characters that are actually confirmed to be gay. They don't like to do that over there, and I kind of don't like that myself. Because personally, I like the ideas that media can subvert my expectations. I like the idea that maybe I'll go into a series expecting certain characters to be together, and then all of a sudden people find out more about themselves and they change as characters. I find that interesting personally, and while I can understand that that may not be for everyone, I'm talking about my tastes here. I don't like feeling like I've already seen or already know what a piece of media is going to be when I go into it. And sometimes I can be wrong about this, but when half of Japanese media is isekai that explain their premise within the title, it's not a great track record. On top of a lot of tropes just feeling forced or uninteresting to me, there's very few queer manga I would consider quality. However, that does not mean none. And especially recently, I've happened upon one of those rare manga. During a vacation I took earlier this month, I was at a comic store with my cousin, and I told him I'd read anything he bought for me, which of course meant he bought a book for me called I Was Reincarnated into a in parentheses, boy love world of massive man titties. That may be slightly off for the title, but close enough. Very similar premise if that's not the exact wording. And despite expecting the series to be only enjoyable with dick in hand, I actually did end up enjoying the series quite a bit. It was well illustrated, it was genuinely funny, but I think one part of it that actually genuinely intrigued me was the main character. I mean, he was some loser otaku in his previous life, and then he died and said, "Man, I really hope I get reincarnated into a world of gigantic boobs," and believe it or not, he gets his wish. But the thing is, he's not gay. He was set into a boy love world where there is a boy love god making boy love things happen, meaning, of course, that someone that is akin to Jotaro Kujo is performing the most obnoxiously fan servicey scenes to this character at every possible turn. And while you can certainly find humor there, and I did a fair few times, there is actually some quality here regardless of that. Like, genuinely, there is a cool-ass character that starts showing up more near the end of the first volume. But I actually did genuinely get something out of the series. I mean, just reading the little preambles at the end of each volume saying, you know, I think it's weird in society how people are allowed to love boobs, but only girl boobs. Why can't we love man boobs too? That type of shit. I mean, yeah, you can call it generic, you can call it stupid, but I mean, it's not like they don't have a point. And overall, this series kind of felt like what would happen if you put your generic shonen protagonist that ends up with a harem of like 30 girls into a boy love world and all of those tropes. And honestly, that made it kind of enjoyable. But I think the most insightful thing this series gave me is, believe it or not, insight. It kind of gave me the impression that maybe I should look back at the series I've consumed and wonder, have I given boy love or yaoi or I have not given Yuri a fair chance, I'll be honest. I have not even consumed any of it. But I don't think I've given the others a fair chance as well. I mean, there are series I enjoy, which some would consider, oh, that's a fair chance for sure, but at the same time, I think about anime as a whole. God damn it, fuck this zombie. If I had just watched the few good anime I did when I first started, like JoJo and Death Note, and then I went on to watch all the big must-watch shonen like One Piece and Dragon Ball and Naruto, I probably wouldn't even be an anime fan today. So sometimes I have to look back and question, am I giving this a fair shot? And if we're being honest, I haven't. I should be looking for these more obscure series with genuinely interesting designs or plots from the start, instead of just what people say is good. And since I decided to make an entire YouTube video about this, if you're somehow still watching this, chances are you have at least some amount of interest in queer Japanese media. And chances are if you do have that interest, you probably have some good recommendations too, so tell me. Or just, what do you think I would enjoy? If we're being honest, these comment sections are open to absolutely anyone willing to put stuff in there. So if you would like to bait me and put the stupidest, shittiest manga you've ever read in there, go ahead. If you would also like to bait me in the other way and add some not queer series in there just to keep me on my toes, that would be wonderful as well. And ultimately, I want to end up reading more of these series, regardless of if I get good or bad recommendations. So how about next year, next Pride Month, I come back and I revisit this topic, and I talk about series that I have genuinely enjoyed, or maybe not. I mean, let's be honest, there's no way that everything I read or am recommended is actually going to be good. So honestly, the more I read, the more videos I can make about good or absolutely horrid experiences I had reading series. So if that's what you want to see, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next Pride. And for whatever reason, if you watch this entire video and you absolutely hate this format, do not worry. My video essay shit is going to be absolutely top notch these next 2 months. All right. Peace.